Hey everybody, it's me Melanie, and today I'm going to do a video on bullying, and this topic I have had so many requests to do a video on, and it's a very, very touchy subject, and it's really hard to relive what I went through, but I'm going to do it because it was requested, and I really hope it could help somebody else. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to start off talking about my story, and then I'm going to say some tips on what has helped me and what helps me to this day on bullying and all that kind of stuff. So this video was requested though numerous times, so I thought I would finally do it. So let's get started. Hey everybody, okay, so my story started off in kindergarten. The worst years of my life were in elementary school or like grade school. Those years up until 5th grade is like kindergarten to 5th grade was my worst years in the whole entire world because of bullying and just a lot of problems I was having at that time, and so it was really, really hard. But I don't even know where to start off with my story. Sorry guys. I was always the outcast when I was a little kid because I was very, very, very shy. And something I do not tell anyone, probably even some of my friends don't even know this about me, because it's that personal to me, is because one of the reasons why I was made fun of so much is because I was always a year older than everyone in my class, because I was held back in kindergarten, so I had to do 2 years of kindergarten just because I was shy. And people would make up stories like, oh, she's just dumb, and she's retarded and she's stupid is why she got held back, and that was not the reason. I had a severe shyness that took over me, and I could not, like, I wouldn't talk in class. I couldn't learn because of how shy I was. I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't do anything. And they said that if they held me back a year, it would probably help my progression and all that stuff. So that is the reason why. Not because I was stupid. And that's what people said to me. They're like, you're just stupid, that's why. And people found out just because I guess they thought it was funny to make fun of me. And it's not funny. And I don't like when people say retarded, because that's just wrong, because that's like a medical condition. That's not something you make fun of someone over. If someone is mentally retarded, it's not something you joke about. It's not something that is funny. It's just not funny. So don't joke about it. Because there are people that are mentally challenged, is what I say, because retarded has become a term that people use to make fun of people, when really that is actually like a medical term, like, well, it was a long time ago, but now people have made it into like a joking term, and it's not funny. And also another main reason why I was picked on is because I was so shy that I couldn't really talk to other people because I was really shy. And so I only had one friend up until 4th grade. I only had one friend, and she wasn't really a good friend. She stabbed me in the back a lot. Me and her we never got along really, but she was my best friend. So it was really weird, but we were complete opposites, and we got in fights all the time. She'd call me names, and she also ruined my self-esteem as well as the bullies. So technically, I had a friend as a bully, which is not okay. And if I would have done it again, I would have just had no friends, because I had an amazing big family, which helped me a lot. At a young age, I suffered with severe severe OCD and anxiety, because like I had rituals that I had to do, and I had sayings that I had to say, and just a bunch of compulsions that I had to do, and things that would pop into my brain that I had to do, or I can't wear that, I can't touch this. It was just controlling my whole entire life, and I'd get made fun of for all my compulsions that I would do because I had to do them. It was my OCD part of my mind telling me what to do, and people would make fun of me for it because they thought it was funny and thought it was different, and it was very mean. And as I got like a bit older, like in 3rd grade, I think it was around, yeah, 3rd grade is when I started getting comments about my appearance and how disgusting and revolting I looked, and that I wasn't thin enough, and that is why I don't have any friends. So, you know, you have to do something about that. I'll insert a picture right now of me before I starved myself, and I was just a healthy, happy kid. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that picture right now. Okay guys, as you can see in that picture, I was just a healthy, vibrant child that was suffering with a lot of bullying and anxiety and just so many issues at that time in my life, because OCD is like really hereditary in my family, and all the girls get that and the boys get ADHD and tics and all that kind of stuff. So we all have our own thing. But the girls were more prone to getting OCD. And here are a few of my compulsions that I did at that time, just to let you guys know the things they made fun of me for. Is washing my hands like a bajillion times, and like having to have everything clean and sterile. And then another thing is I could never wear jeans because I thought something would happen. I don't know. I could never wear jeans. There was very, very, very few clothes that I could wear just because that was my thing. I don't know. I used to, like, a nervous habit is I used to bite on the ends of my sleeve, and I got, picked on for that, but that was because of the bullying. It was just a nervous habit that I formed to just help, I guess. And I had to take 3 baths a day. I had to wake up, take a bath in the morning. I had to come home from school, take a bath, and then I'd take a bath at night. And I had to have it at the perfect time, perfect temperature, perfect everything, and if I didn't, I would go crazy. I had, when I got home from school, I had to wear this same skirt every single day, and I had to, because it was my OCD thing. What else? There were millions and millions of different things that I had at that time. Just a bunch of different things. But those were very, very controlling, and it made me a big target for bullying. And trust me, I got lots of bullying. And in my opinion, words hurt more than physical bullying. Like, verbal bullying is way worse to me than physical bullying, because those scars will heal and stuff. Yes, they won't completely fade, but words stay with you in the back of your mind, gnawing at you the rest of your life. And the hurtful words that I was told as a child, I still remember to this day, and they creep up, and I have to push them down, because it's like very traumatic for a child to be picked on and tormented every day to the point where they didn't want to go to school. Me, I would miss days and days of school. I'd fake being sick. I was depressed as a little 7-year-old, 8-year-old, and it was sad. Like, most kids at that time should be carefree, loving life, and I couldn't be because of being bullied. And those memories are always with me, which is why I tried to bury them, though, and move on, which is what everyone should do. Obviously you guys know that the tormenting about the way I looked was getting too much to me, and I couldn't deal with it, so I thought in my head, If I was thinner, I'd be accepted and whatever. So within a month and a half, I lost 24 pounds of starvation, though. That's starving. I lost a little more weight than that, but first it started off slow with just eating healthy, exercising, and then it turned into an obsession. Once again, OCD. And it was, my whole life ever since then has been dictated by food, because it was like an eating disorder. I starved myself until, and at that time I was growing, and I was supposed to be gaining weight, not losing it, and I lost 24 pounds, and I think the lowest, I'm not going to say my lowest weight because I don't want it to be triggering or anything to anyone, or give anyone any ideas, so I'm not going to say my lowest weight, but let's just say that I did get pretty low on my BMI scale and everything like that, and I actually did end up getting help for it. At that age, you know, I started seeing a counselor and trying to get help, just with my OCD and my new eating disorder. I was 10 years old and had an eating disorder. That's just sad. It's really sad to think that at that age, it came into my head, you know. Once, you know, you choose a route, it's kind of with you and follows you the rest of your life, which is sad. But, yeah, I did get help for it, though. And by 11, you know, I was starting to get healthy again and just eating healthy instead of completely starving myself. And then by 6th grade, I was amazing. I was not shy at all. I became my own person. My OCD was so much better, because it does, for the most part, get better with age. Not all the time, but sometimes. And it just got better. I loved myself. I was proud of myself, and I was loud, and I had a lot of friends. And 6th grade was my turnaround, and so just to give you hope, there is a turnaround that can help you. I will go ahead and insert a picture of after, like, while I was starving myself. This isn't my lowest weight, because I don't have a picture of my lowest weight. Okay guys, so from that picture you can tell I have lost about 15 pounds by that time, so it wasn't the lowest weight, but I don't have any pictures from that time because I wouldn't take pictures. Some people, like, now I'm obsessed with taking pictures of my body, but at that time I didn't want to be near a camera because it was just hard for me because I thought I was disgusting. So I didn't take any pictures at that time. But I'm not going to get into too much detail about the eating disorder and stuff like that in this video. If you want me to make a separate video on all about eating disorders and everything like that, about mine and my specific story, you can go ahead and request that below if you'd like to see it. But this video is about the bullying part, which is what caused me into an eating disorder at only 10 years old. So yeah, the ages are getting younger and younger for eating disorders, which is really saddening for me. And I always try my best to help prevent them because they take over your mind and body, and it becomes like a true mental illness because you really can't control it anymore. Just to let you guys know, when I did hit my lowest weight, that's when my family found out. Of course, I was really good at hiding it at first, but when my family found out, I'll never forget the day they found out, is when my sister started crying because I came downstairs in shorts and a tank top, and I didn't think anything of it, you know, because I was hiding it for so long that I just didn't think anything of it. And she started crying, saying, "Mom, I can see her bones," and the terror in her eyes was terrible. Where was I at? Oh, the terror in her eyes was absolutely horrifying, and I immediately stuffed a muffin in my mouth. I will never forget. It was a chocolate chip muffin that I stuffed in my mouth, just so that, like, they think I'm eating or whatever it was. And then they're like, weigh yourself right now in front of us, so I was pushed into the scale, and I was crying and stuffing the muffin in my mouth because I knew I lost a lot of weight, so I didn't want them to find out and stop me. And so that's how they found out. And, oh, for the record, I am better. So, if you're still wondering, I am 100% better. 6th grade was my turnaround, and I was still bullied, you know, just like stupid bullies, you know. Physically, actually, it got kind of physical by that time. But I was able to handle it. So, now on to tips. So here's some tips that I did, and this is more positive because I have become such a positive person. Now, after my surgery and after being bullied, having OCD, having to struggle with my mind, having a war inside my head with what I like to call Anna, or OCD. Either one works. But the first tip I have is to know that things will get better. I thought I was hopeless. I hated my life as a kid because I hated going to school and I hated being bullied and all that stuff, and it was terrible. But I did have an amazing family, so that did help a lot. But just keep informing yourself if you're going through this. It does get better as you get older. And another thing you have to think about is think to yourself that this bully, like, or whoever may be doing it, a girl, boy, whatever, for me it was mostly girls, they're probably just jealous of you. They have so many insecurities themselves that it makes them feel better to insult other people, or you might be different and they envy that about you and they want to bring you down about it because they don't like when people are confident. They want to tear you down. Sorry guys, there's like all this floating stuff. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to suffer. They want you to be sad. They want to see that reaction. So if you smile at them and say, thank you, or say, you're beautiful. If they're telling you you're disgusting and ugly, be like, thanks. You're so beautiful. And you just really need to shock them with not caring, because it won't be fun for them anymore if you don't care. And actually the number one thing that helped me in 6th grade, which was my turnaround, you know, and I became who I am today. Bullying has made me who I am today. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm taking a positive spin off of all those years, and this is what I tell myself. I wouldn't be the person I am today. Those bullies made me realize that I will never, ever hurt another person in my whole entire life, because I would never want them to feel the way I did. And it just showed me that, so it was a learning lesson. And I take that from it. I take that I must be really strong to have dealt with that at such a young age and, you know, turned out the way I did without, you know, being completely depressed at this age, you know, to take a positive turn off of it. And so I always say that, and it really did shape me into the person I am today, because it makes me want to help other people going through similar things, and it just, because I had all that experience with bullying and even having OCD, very severe, let me remind you. I'm not going into complete detail about that stuff, but having really bad OCD and dealing with it and dealing with the bullies on top of that, I just say, man, I must have been strong. And so it just makes me who I am today, and that is a good thing. So just keep staying positive. Bullies will always try to take you down. Now that I'm on YouTube, I get cyberbullied a lot. But I laugh at the comments when they're being mean to me. I really do. I laugh at them because they don't know me. But they feel secure behind their computer and they want to bring me down. But I know I'm different, I know I'm weird, so yeah, that's all that matters. But the number one thing in the whole entire world for being bullied, while you're being bullied, get a really good self-image of yourself. It's hard for somebody to tear you down and break you down when you love yourself. If you love yourself and you're secure and happy with the person you are, then it's going to be really hard to let bullies in and dictate your life. Because you're already happy with who you are, so when they're telling you you're disgusting, you're like, no, I'm not, so it doesn't matter. And that has helped me on YouTube and anything like that, is getting a really good self-image. And when people will call me like big or whatever on here, I'm like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm at a healthy weight and I'm perfect the way I am. When people make fun of the way I talk, that's a big one. I say, oh, I know I don't have a perfect talking voice, but that doesn't bother me because it makes me different and I kind of like it. So, whatever. And I have taken many, many speech classes as a kid, and it's just the way I swallow, they said, that makes me talk like this, so whatever. It doesn't bother me anymore because I'm happy with myself and I love myself and I know that I would never bully anyone else, and as long as I'm a good person on the inside is all that matters to me. And so yeah, that is definitely one of the key things that you need to do. All younger kids watching right now, learn from my mistake as a kid. You need to love yourself. Other people, what they say about you and what they want you to change, because I've had people saying, well, you can hang out with us maybe if you wore cooler clothes, or if you dressed better, or if you wore jeans, or if you lost weight, or if you did this or that, or wore your hair like this, if you straightened your hair. Well, you know what? I'm curly and I like it. I'm curly and I like it. Well, so I like my curls. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what they think because they're telling me one thing, but as long as I'm secure in the person I am, that no one can bother me. No one can touch me. I am who I am. And so, if you are dealing with bullies, just let it slide off you, because you don't want to end up having depression, because depression is a waste of time. Come on. Being happy is enjoying your time on Earth. And laugh at the bullies, because they're just insecure. They don't mean what they're saying, because they will feel bad later on in life knowing how much pain they have caused you. Well, maybe they won't, depending on the person they are. But things do get better. I am 16 now, and I can say that I am happy, and I am more positive than ever, because of the bullies and because of having OCD and having had back surgery and eating disorder, all these different things in my life, you know, so it has all made me who I am today, and I cannot be happier with the person I am. And you, yes, you, should not be sad about the person you are. You should be happy with yourself. If you're a kid or however old you are, you need to be happy with yourself, but learn now. If you're 8 years old or 9 or 10, learn now. Don't let it take you until you're 16 or however old to become happy and positive, because then all those years are wasted being mad at yourself and hating yourself. Who would want to be mad and hating themselves? I love myself now, and that's all that matters. So learn from my mistakes and be happy. Okay? So, be happy. I am very happy now. So, yeah. Just to let you guys know, though, I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old when I was diagnosed with borderline eating disorder because I wasn't exactly at the lowest weight at that time. So, but then it became an eating disorder. So that, anxiety, depression, and OCD. So that's all the things to be diagnosed with at 10 years old. But you can conquer it. You can work past any problem. If it's mental, physical, health related, I have gone through basically all those. So it just makes you a stronger person in who you are. So be happy, be who you are, and love yourself. So here is me. Hold on. So this is me now, and I am beautiful. You are beautiful. Everyone is beautiful for who they are, and you are special. You are who you are, and that is that. Boom. So be happy.